pleasant day to everyone. So, this is information sheet number 2, fuel delivery system. So, sana na-download nyo ito sa ating FB group. Okay? So, I'll just have a short lecture about this one, no? So, we have 4 objectives. First objective natin is to, 1, state the purpose of the fuel delivery system. Ano daw trabaho ng fuel delivery system? Ikalawa, differentiate or paghambingin yung iba't ibang klase ng fuel delivery systems. As you read this one, makikita nyo meron lang naman 2 klase ng fuel delivery system na ginagamit sa electronic engine management system. Ikatlo is to explain, ipaliwanag yung purpose ng bawat pyesa o bawat part ng fuel delivery system. At pang-apat, we should be able to discuss yung operation ng bawat pyesa na yon. As my introduction here, as you can read, nagkaroon ako dati ng customer which is basically a Mazda Tribute na 2000 model. Similar to sa sa mga Ford Escape. Okay? Yung customer, main concern ng customer is hard starting yung kanyang sasakyan. Kaya nakalagay dito, it takes time to start up during the morning. Okay? Kapag sa umaga or kapag naiwanan niya yung sasakyan ng matagal, matagal siyang mag-start. Tapos yung kanyang malfunction indicator lamp, tatandaan niyo yung tinatawag natin check engine, nakailaw kapag sinimulan mo nang i-drive yung sasakyan. Tsaka yung isa pa, walang power. Okay? So ginawa ko, since meron check engine, ay hook up my scanner at lumabas yung trouble code P0171. Basically, oxygen sensor. Lean yung mixture na nababasa niya. Lean. Ibig sabihin, it's either kulang ka ng gasolina or sobra ka ng hangin. So, hindi porke sinabing oxygen sensor, P0171, oxygen sensor is at fault, ipapalitan mo kagad. You have to diagnose further kung ano yung pinanggagalingan ng lean na mixture na yon, kung bakit sobra yung hangin o posible kulang yung gasolina. So, upon troubleshooting, in inspection ko, nakita ko na yung fuel system ang merong problema. Fuel system. Isang pyesa lang, napakaliit na pyesa. So, kung gusto niyo malaman kung anong pyesa yung may problema, pag-aralan natin itong information sheet na to. Dito sa figure 1, nakikita niyo yung isang fuel delivery system. I took this from Limerick Institute of Technology. Kung di nagkakamali, sa Audi to, sa Audi. So here we can see yung ating fuel tank. Sa loob ng fuel tank, yung kulay orange, makikita nyo, that would be your fuel pump. So sa electronic engine management system, the fuel pump is inside the fuel tank. So basically, para maservisan mo, let's say, kung siservisan mo yung fuel pump, it's either you have to remove the back seat at saka yung access cover para ma-access mo yan, or kung pag sinama-sima, kailangan mong ibaba yung buong tangke. Also, meron tayong mga linya, mga fuel lines yan. There can be 1 or 2 fuel lines papunta sa ating fuel pressure regulator, okay, at saka sa ating injectors. Of course, yung ating ito yung ating pipe, okay, this one, delivery pipe. So that's figure 1. So as mentioned dun sa previous topic natin, kung natatandaan nyo sa information sheet 1, yung engine management system overview, yung electronic fuel injection system, ay ang pinakaunang application ng computer control sa sasakyan. So sabi nga, it's basically a computer controlled fuel delivery system na nagdi-deliver ng fuel under high pressure into the combustion chamber or sa intake manifold, sa likuran ng intake valve, at the correct timing, of course. Para maintindihan natin kung paano gumagana ang EFI system, maganda kung i-split natin into 2 yung sistema. yung mismong fuel delivery system at saka yung electronic control system. Makikita natin dito sa figure 2, yung pinaka-layout, no? Yung mismong fuel delivery system at saka yung electronic control system niya. Yung electronic control system will be composed of your engine ECU, meron ka sa engine ECU, nakakonekta yung different actuators tsaka sensors. Sa finals, pag-aaralan natin yan, yung mga tungkol sa sensors. Okay, sa ngayon, doon muna tayo sa mechanical part, okay, ng fuel system. Ito yung layout ng fuel system natin, makikita rito. Would be yung, kita nyo yung fuel pump na nasa loob ng fuel tank, this one. Okay, tapos may linya, papunta dito sa ating delivery pipe, ating pressure regulator at ang ating injector. Okay. So sa itong information sheet 2 na ito will tackle yung fuel natin, yung ating fuel system. Okay, so let's continue. So what is the purpose of the fuel delivery system? Sabi, the purpose of the fuel delivery system is to deliver the proper volume of fuel, proper volume of fuel sa correct pressure. This is achieved sa return type fuel delivery system na makikita natin sa figure 3 when the fuel is drawn by the pump from the fuel tank and passes through the fuel filter into a high pressure line from where it flows to the engine mounted fuel rail o yung tinatawag natin delivery pipe. The rail or pipe supplies the fuel papunta sa injectors natin. So, meron tayong mechanical pressure regulator mounted sa rail or pipe which allows excess fuel to return to the tank. Tingnan natin kung nasan yung ano na yon, yung figure 3 na yon. As we go, makikita natin to, this one. So, makikita natin, number 1 will be your fuel tank. So, nandiyan yung ating fuel. So, yung fuel will be drawn by your fuel pump. Basically, sabi nga natin, sisip-sipin ng fuel pump. Yung fuel pump na to, guys, is electric, electrically operated. So, merong motor yan. So, from the fuel pump, pupunta sa ating fuel filter, which is number 3. Okay? From the fuel filter, okay, pupunta sa number 4, fuel lines natin yan, papunta sa number 7. Number 7 would be your delivery pipe or yung tinatawag nating fuel rail. So, papunta from the delivery pipe of fuel rail, pupunta sa number 6, sa injectors. Here, makikita nyo, merong 4 na injectors. Okay. Tapos, any excess fuel, yung hindi magagamit ng system natin, pababalikin ng number 5, which is your pressure regulator, pabalik ulit sa tank. That is the return type fuel delivery system ng EFI. Return type kasi, may linya pabalik sa tangke. Okay? Ganun ka na, no? Sa mga ano to, madalas nakikita ko itong mga return type sa mga early design ng EFI system. Itong return type na to. This one, sa returnless type fuel delivery system naman, yung makikita mo sa figure 4, the delivery of the proper volume of fuel at the correct pressure is achieved when the fuel pump draws and discharges fuel. Basically, design nung returnless nung ating return type. Sabi, the pressure regulator 3 maintains the fuel pressure at a constant level and excess fuel is returned to the fuel tank. Uy, medyo may pagkakaiba na. So, the fuel also travels through the fuel filter into the one unit with the fuel pump where dust and moisture are removed. Passes through the delivery pipe, fuel rail, and is fed to the injectors. Tingnan natin yung sinasabi doon sa returnless type. This is your returnless type. So, sa returnless type, tingnan natin ha. So, still, you got your tank. Okay, still, you got your tank. Tapos, you got your fuel. Yung fuel will be drawn by number 2. Number 2 is your fuel pump. Okay? From the fuel pump, dadaan yan doon sa ating fuel filter. Kikita nyo itong ano? Tingnan nyo itong mas kulay asul na to. Yung mas kulay asul na yan. So, that is your fuel filter. From there, pupunta yan doon sa ating dito sa linya na to. Okay? Palabas. Dito sa returnless type, yung number 3, which is the pressure regulator, nasa loob na rin ng tangke. Basically, ano na to? Fuel pump assembly. You got the fuel pump, which is number 2, meron kang fuel filter, tapos meron ka pa yung number 3, which is your regulator. Okay? So, sa returnless type, dun sa mismong loob ng tangke, nagkakaroon ng return ng excess fuel. Okay? Then, from there, yung fuel will be delivered do sa number 5, which is your delivery pipe, and number 6, which is your fuel injectors. Okay? Returnless type kasi walang linya galing sa delivery pipe pabalik sa ating tangke. At the same time, makikita natin na yung pressure regulator hindi naka-attach sa delivery pipe. Bagkos nandun siya kasama sa fuel pump assembly. Okay? As you read this one, meron kayo makita that you have to investigate. I will not require you na sagutan itong investigation part na to. But just to give you an idea, ang tanong dito, what type of fuel delivery system is used by a 2007 Mazda Tribute? Yung in-example ko na sa introduction. So, you have to prove this by posting an illustration. But guys, hindi nyo kailangan gawin to. Baka may mag-message na naman, Sir, gagawin po ba yun sa investigate? No, you don't need to do this one. But if you have free time para, let's say, ma-explore, mayroon kayong free time to Google this one, makikita nyo kung anong klase. I'll just tell you, the 2007 Mazda Tribute is a returnless type, okay, fuel delivery system. Now, tingnan natin yung pyesa ng fuel delivery system, okay, ng EFI. Tingnan natin bawat isa. Okay. Simulan natin sa temporary storage area ng ating fuel, which is the fuel tank. Sabi, this is the obvious place to start any fuel system discussion. Sabi, the tank serves as the system's reservoir, temporary storage area for fuel. Sabi, it is a sealed unit that allows the natural gassing, yung pagsingaw ng fuel, to aid delivery to the pump by slightly pressurizing the system. So, ibig sabihin, yung gasolina natin nasa loob ng tangke, di ba, nagbe-vaporize yun pero nandun lang siya kasi silyado. In effect, na-pressurize yung tangke natin, nakakatulong para mapadali yung pagbomba ng ating fuel pump ng gasolina. Sabi, ma-observe mo yung gassing na yun, yung pagsingaw, yung pag-pressurize na yun, kapag yung filler cap, okay, yung filler cap, yung takip, okay, pag yung filler cap, binuksan mo, di ba, mapapansin niyo, lalo kapag mainit, sumisingaw yan, okay? So, in addition, sabi, fuel tanks in modern petrol-powered vehicles houses the fuel pump assembly. As I have said earlier, nasa loob ng ating fuel tank yung ating fuel pump assembly, okay, sa modern EFI system natin. Now, here you can see, eto guys, yan ang itsura ng ating fuel pump. Hindi ko, sana okay ang pagkakalagay sa inyo. Iba format medyo napunta sa gitna yung picture ng fuel pump. Sabi, fuel pumps for EFI fuel delivery system are electrically operated. Okay. Its purpose is to circulate the fuel through the system and pressurize it at the same time. So, modern vehicles have their pumps installed inside the tank. Tulad na sabi kanina, ha? So, figure 7 shows the major parts of a pump. It is composed of but nagkagulo-gulo na yung natin, ha? Kagulo-gulo yung pagkakasulat, okay, but basically tinanong natin, ha, okay, so ito yung mga pyesa ng ating electric fuel pump. This one yung makikita natin sa figure 7. These are the major parts. Yung number 1, this one is your fuel pump filter. Yung fuel pump filter, basically, tinatawag natin isa sa labas na strainer. Number 2, side view to, that is your impeller. Okay? Pump impeller. Kapag tinignan mo side view, para lang siyang disc. Ito, this one. Okay? Parang disc lang. Pero tingnan natin top view. This is the top view of the impeller. Yan. Nakita niyo parang gear. Okay? Pag top view tinignan. So, number 3 would be the electric motor. Okay, number 3, electric motor. Binubuo ng 3 pyesa. Ano yung mga pyesa na yun? Yung number 4. Okay? Number 4 is your permanent magnet. This one, yung dalawa nasa gilid na yan. Okay, that is the permanent magnet. Number 5, this one, is your armature. Number 6 is your carbon brush. Dalawa yan eh. Okay? Yung carbon brush, nakakonekta of course sa mga electrical connectors niya. Okay? So, number 7 is the outlet check valve, this one. Tapos yung number 8 would be the pressure relief valve. Okay? Ano mga purpose niya? Tingnan natin ha. Sabi, yung outlet check valve, number 7, this one. Okay? Tingnan natin. Ito, yung outlet check valve. Ang main purpose daw niya is to maintain residual fuel pressure in the fuel system kapag naka-off yung engine. Kasi basically, ang ating outlet check valve, this one, itong pyesa na to, yan, yung pyesa na yan, ano yan, one way lang yan. Yung gasolina natin will enter yung sa number 1 sa fuel pump filter, dadan sa loob ng electric motor natin, lahat ng kulay itim na nakita nyo, tapos itutulak tong bulb na to, yung number 7. Tapos palabas na yung gasolina. Okay? So, yung gasolina, hindi makakabalik. Puro palabas lang yan. That is your outlet check valve. So, in effect, nagkakaroon ka ng residual pressure dun sa linya. Kagandahan nun, hindi mahihirapan sa pag-start sa susunod na start. Okay? Madali siyang start kasi may nakareserba kang gasolina. Also, without residual fuel pressure, the system would have to be pressurized each time the engine is started, and this would increase engine starting or cranking time. Tagal ng redondo bago start. Sabi, when a hot engine is shut off, fuel temperature in the lines around the engine increases. Keeping the system pressurized increases the boiling point of the fuel and prevents the fuel from vaporizing. Vaporizing, ibig sabihin, para yung fuel wag mag-turn into gas. Okay, habang nasa linya. Meron tayong pressure relief valve, yung number 8, this one. Ito, yung ating pressure relief valve. Nasa ibabaw ng ating tangke. Ito ay basically, may purpose niya is to open if the fuel system becomes restricted. Halimbawa, itong linya na to, naging barado, o let's say meron kang hose na naipit ng pyesa, basically ng tangke. Pag nagbaba ka ng tangke, hindi ka maingat. Tapos yung hose, hindi mo na ilagay sa tamang ruta niya at naipit siya ng tangke. So, restricted yung linya. Ang gagawin ng pressure relief valve, ito, mag-o-open yan. Okay, mag-o-open yung pressure relief valve natin. Pababalikin niya sa tangke yung fuel para hindi masira or mag-overload yung ating pump. Okay? So, yung fuel pump natin, tulad ng sabi ko, ay mounted sa tank. At saka, naka-lube-lube, naka-immerse in fuel. Okay? Nakatag mo rito. Naka-lube-lube sa fuel. So, yung lokasyon na yon ay tumutulong sa pump para mabawasan yung ingay na produce ng electric fuel pump. At saka at the same time, yung pump will be supplied with fuel na naglulubricate tsaka nagpapalamig sa electric fuel pump natin. Kasi nga sabi natin electric motor yan, di ba? So posible na of course mag-iinit yan habang nag-ooperate. So yung fuel na dumadaloy sa loob niya will lubricate the moving parts, especially yung armature natin, yung carbon brush, okay? At the same time, lumalamig siya, okay? Paano gumagana yung ating electric fuel pump? Dito, didiscuss natin based dun sa kanyang connection. We all know yung electric, kasi di ba yung ating electric fuel pump nga is basically, meron siyang motor. Okay? Meron siyang motor, electric motor. Pag sinupply mo ng kuryente yon, iikot. Sabi, when current flows through the motor, the armature and impeller rotate. When the impeller rotates, the blade moves around the impeller, creating a swirling motion inside the pump to deliver fuel. The fuel then passes around the motor, forces the check valve upwards to supply fuel to the fuel pump. The fuel pump's pumping capacity is designed, tanda na, yung pumping capacity daw niya, yung higop, nakadisenyo para i-exceed, lumampas dun sa requirement ng makina. Diba? Mas marami siyang hinihigop o ipinalalabas na fuel kumpara dun sa requirement ng makina. Bakit? This is to ensure that there is always be enough fuel to meet engine demands. So, guys, ito yung natin, ha? Ito yung ating impeller kanina. So, sabi natin, itong gitnang parte na to ng impeller, this one, yung gitnang parte na yan, yun yung nakakabit na sa ating armature. So, pag umikot yung armature natin, itong impeller, iikot din. In effect, yung ating fuel will be sucked in on this part, okay? Goes around to the impeller, papunta sa discharge. Diba? So, ito, yung ruta na kinukuha ng ating fuel. Again, guys, yung investigate. You don't have to answer yung investigate na to. Doon tayo sa pinaka-activity. Okay. This one, guys, makikita nyo dun saan yung, sa inyong dinownload na module. This would be the diagram, okay? Electrical diagram ng fuel pump, electric fuel pump sa Toyota. This one's from Toyota. So, basahin natin, ha? Tingnan natin. Sa kahit anong electrical diagram, okay, mangailangan tayo ng power source. Sa kahit anong electrical system, we need a power source. Here, you got your battery. This one. Lakihan ko lang, ha? This is your battery, which will serve as your power source. Tapos, meron tayong... my God. Oops. Wait lang, ha? Battery, power source natin. Also, you got your fuel pump. Okay? Bilang yung load. Okay? Load will be, electrical load will convert the electrical energy into another form of energy. Okay? Also, sa pagitan ng battery at ng fuel pump, you have your control devices. Dito, you have your ignition switch as a control device. EFI main relay, this one. This is your EFI main relay as another control device. Circuit opening relay, another control device. Okay? Protection device, this one, yung ating this one, ito yung inyong engine control module. Sa loob ng engine control module, pinapakita rito yung fuel pump transistor. Okay? This one is your fuel pump transistor. Itong engine control module na to, kung mapapansin nyo, has only 3 terminals. Kasi ang pinakikita lang rito yung control niya sa fuel pump. Pero sa actual, maraming terminal yan. Dito, 3 lang. Para lang naman sa fuel pump control. Okay? So, paano gumagana yung ating fuel pump? This one, paano gumagana? Sa diagram na ito, guys, makikita ninyo na yung ignition switch, this one, ay naka-start, nasa start position. Kapag ang ignition switch ay nasa start position, itong B terminal, okay, ito yung common B terminal, ay may connection sa IG terminal at saka sa SD terminal. Okay? In effect, pag naka-ganyang posisyon yung ating ignition switch, power coming from the positive side of the battery will flow papunta sa IG at saka sa SD terminal. From there, Dalawa, no? Para hindi tayo malito, tingnan muna natin saan pumupunta yung kuryente dun sa ST terminal. Current will flow from the ST terminal papunta sa STA terminal ng ating circuit opening relay. This one, circuit opening relay. So, papunta sa ground. So, ano nangyayari kapag yung current nag-flow from STA terminal to E? Mapapansin natin yung coil L3, this one, will be energized kasi may dumaloy sa kanyang kuryente. Pag na-energize yung coil L3 na yan, yung ating contact, this one, yung contact na to, magkakaroon ng connection. Current, yung kuryente, will flow from B plus terminal ng circuit opening relay papunta sa FP. Teka, saan nanggaling yun? Tignan natin, ha? Yan natin. Nanggaling yung power dito sa plus B terminal ng circuit opening relay dun sa ating EFI main relay. Okay? Paano nagkaroon ng power coming from the EFI main relay? Kasi tandaan natin, yung ignition switch natin ay naka-start position, may lumalabas din na kuryente sa IG terminal. In effect, kung may lumalabas na terminal current sa IG terminal, yung EFI main relay L1 coil, this one, will have power. Pag nagkaroon ng power yan, may energize yung coil na yan, itong contact na to maglo-close. Current can now flow from the positive side of the battery papunta dito sa EFI main relay, papunta sa part na to, okay, sa linya na yan, papunta sa plus B terminal. One. From the plus B terminal, dadalo yung kuryente sa FP terminal. From the FP terminal, pupunta sa fuel pump, then to ground. This one. So, in effect, may energize yung ating electric fuel pump. It will draw in fuel. Yan yung panaka-start. So, what will happen naman kapag, let's say, start na yung engine, okay? So, syempre, yung ignition switch, bibitawan nyo na. Mawawala na ng power yung ST terminal. Yung kuryente, manggagaling na lang sa IG terminal. Yung EFI main relay natin, still naka-energize yan. It will still supply power sa plus B terminal. Kapag umaandar na yung makina, yung L2 coil will be supplied with power sa plus B. Ang kulang na lang ng L2 coil is yung ground. Saan siya kukuha ng ground? Kukuha yan ng ground sa linya na to papunta sa ating electronic control, engine control module. Sa engine control module, dadaan ito sa fuel pump transistor papuntang ground. Paano nangyari yon? Paano in-energize ng ECM yung fuel pump transistor? Kasi guys, kapag nag-start ka at umandar na yung makina, masesense nung crank angle sensor, crankshaft position sensor or crank angle sensor na umiikot na yung crankshaft. Magsesend yun ng signal sa NE terminal. Pag yung NE terminal, nagkaroon ng kuryente coming from the crank angle sensor, isusupply yon dito sa ating engine control module. In effect, yung engine control module natin, i-energize yung fuel pump transistor. Pag na-energize yung fuel pump transistor, itong linya na to, magkakaroon ng connection sa ground. In effect, yung L2 coil may energize. I-close niya tong contact na to. Supplying power dun sa ating fuel pump. Okay? Nag-stop lang. Wait lang, Okay. So, from there, yung operation, electrical diagram ng ating fuel pump, let's go dun sa activity number 2. This is activity number 2. Ang direction, you have to study the fuel pump control circuit na diniscuss ko kanina. Then, kukumplituhin nyo itong block diagram para may illustrate, para may pakita yung flow ng current sa mga sumusunod na engine condition. Ano yung mga sumusunod na engine conditions na yon? Engine cranking, rumeredondo, nag-i-start ka niyan. Tapos, yung condition B, yung engine, umaandar na. Of course, ignition switch on. Okay? Anong gagawin ninyo rito? You have to copy yung itong A at saka B na block diagram sa isang malinis na papel. Preferably, kung meron kayong yellow paper, pwede na doon. Okay? You write your name, course, year, and section. Tapos, kopyahin nyo lang yung format na yan. Sasagutan nyo itong mga to. Okay, yung mga blanco na yan. Sasagutan ninyo. Halimbawa, from the battery, okay, saan pupunta yung kuryente? From, mayroon siyang daloy sa ignition switch, terminal ST, ignition IG, EFI relay, circuit opening relay natin. Okay? Sa anong kondisyon? Habang nagre-redondo yung ating makina. So, kailan? Tingnan nyo titingnan nyo yung diagram. Halimbawa, from the battery, mahahati sa tatlo yung linya. Yung isa napunta sa ignition switch ST terminal. Saan pupunta yon sa susunod? Kailan? Tingnan nyo yung diagram. Tingnan nga natin. Kapag sa ST. Dito makikita natin, mula daw sa battery, pumunta sa ignition switch ST terminal. Saan yung sumunod na pyesa? Ito, no? Okay? That is your L3 coil. That is circuit opening relay L3 coil. So, may idea na kayo. Isusulat nyo lang dito, L3 coil. The rest, kayo na bahala. Okay? Even dito. So, basically, yun ang mangyayari. Okay. So, ikakat ko muna yung lecture ko rito sa activity 2. Okay? You have to complete activity 2. Then, after that, saka natin tutuloy yung lecture para sa mga sumusunod pang mga pyesa. Okay? So, perform the activity. Yung deadline will be posted sa FB. Okay. Thank you for listening.